Hello and welcome back to Healthy Meals Made Easy with Total Life Prosperity. Of course, I am Sonita, and you know if you see me, Dwayne is not too far away. Hey. Dwayne is in the house. Today is soup day. I know, I love soup. Every day is a good day for soup, but especially when it's cold outside, Michigan winter, things are going on, and you just want to snuggle up, grab a bowl of soup. Today we're going to be making vegetable soup. Woohoo! I know some of you are saying, why vegetable? Well, every once in a while you need to change it up. If you're looking to add on to your healthy eating habits to meet your fitness goals, adding vegetables is a quick and easy way for you to meet your goals, keep some of the same eating habits that you currently have, and move forward. Let's get into it. Are you ready? Let's go. What are we using today for our vegetable soup? Let me go over the ingredients. Remember that the easy thing about vegetable soup is that you can virtually add anything. You can actually open the cabinet and pretty much dump whatever flavors you want, and you almost, remember I said almost, can't go wrong. You can open the fridge, you can go to the farmer's market, go outside in the garden, grab whatever vegetable assembly that you desire and move forward. So today we're going to make it this simple, quick, and easy way and kind of use some homegrown general vegetables, right? Things that most people will have. Here we go. First, we're going to start out with vegetable broth. It's vegetable soup, so we're going to use vegetable broth. Now the truth is that there are many people who make vegetable soup and they don't use vegetable broth because they're not really focused on the vegetable soup per se. They really are focused on the flavor profile. So feel free to sub in or add to your vegetable broth and use a chicken broth or a beef broth. Or if you're into bone broths, go ahead and throw one in here because the good thing about vegetable soup is that it melds with everything, right? And you're going to get an amazing flavor profile. When I do vegetable soup, I'm focused on the vegetables. So I want everything to be vegetable, not quite vegetarian, definitely a little bit closer to plant-based, and I'm really looking to add something healthier into my meal planning and my palate, all right? So vegetable broth, here we go. Remember that we don't care about the brands. We're not being paid any money by any of these people. We're not sponsored by them or anything. These are just things that I ordered from the store, right? So this happens to be great value. This is organic though, and you might want to take note of what type or style of items you're buying, especially if you're buying prepackaged or canned goods, right? Sodium content, all those things matter. So celery, and this is a rough chop. When I'm making vegetable soup, I don't mince. I don't really finely dice or coordinate my chopping. I just kind of chop stuff up and throw it in the pot. So this is celery. Here is our onion. Here is carrot. Yes, and I use baby carrots, chop them down just a little bit finer. Then we have bell pepper. I love the sweetness of orange, yellow, and red bell pepper. So this is a blend of yellow and red. I don't add sugar to my soups, stews, and chilies, but I do like the naturally occurring sugars that come out of bell peppers that are tricolored, so to speak, and onion, right? And of course, we're gonna add a little more extra potato. This is a red potato that we're gonna throw into the mix. I add tomatoes. This is optional. Some people don't like tomato-based vegetable soup. I like to add as many veggies as I can, and I like the flavor of tomato. So I'm going to add a can of tomatoes. You don't have to add a can of tomatoes. You can take a beefsteak tomato, a regular tomato, vine ripened, whatever, chop it up and throw it in the pot. But I get basil, garlic, oregano flavored, herb added tomatoes and throw those in the pot for an additional boost to my flavor profile. And then, of course, it's vegetable soup. So we need more veggies. The quick, easy way, the cheat, right? Grab the mixed vegetables from the freezer section. Your frozen vegetables are generally going to be healthier for you than canned vegetables, but use what you have where you are and work it out. So these are just mixed vegetables. I'm going to add those to the pot. Let's talk about seasoning. Are you ready? Let's go. Garlic powder. Boom. Now, I use fresh garlic, minced garlic from the produce section. You can use whatever you like, but for the simpleness and the easy convenience of today, we're going to use all the powdered ones. Onion powder, doesn't matter. This is vegetable seasoning from McCormick. Of course, Mrs. Dash, right? Salt-free, watching that sodium. And then Italian seasoning, just because I like to add extra herbs. Now, it's always better to add fresh herbs. But again, use what you have. Use what's in your budget, what you can make room for. Open the spice cabinet. There are some awesome things hiding in there. And if you open it up and organize it, you will find out that it will assist you in creating different flavors in the kitchen. So let's get to the pot. Are you ready? I'm going to wait to pour my vegetable broth in until later. And I'm going to mix all of these things now. For one, it's going to be a lot easier. For two, it won't be as messy as we continue to stir and kind of blend our flavors. If you have time, go ahead and saute your onions, your celery, and your bell pepper, because it will start to release those marvelous flavors and it will increase the flavor profile of your soup. So if you have time, but if you're, in a rush and you want to do something quick and easy, just throw it in the pot. Okay, let's get started. First thing I'm going to do, onions. Here we go. Onions, I'm going to drop them in there, spread them around, clean my bowl out a little bit. Boom. Next thing, celery. See my colors? We need to eat the rainbow, y'all. Here we go. Celery's in. Blend it in, stir it around, mix it up. No problem. What's next? Bell pepper. Look at those colors. I love it when I have a vibrant dish in my bowl or on my plate, right? So I'm stirring. And can they see the marvelous colors in here?
Absolutely.
Oh, this is amazing. I love it. Then I'm going to add bright orange carrots. Here we go. Boom. Carrots are in there. Do you see how I'm mixing everything, blending everything together? Because I want all of the veggies to be in every single bite, I promise. Potatoes, red potatoes going in. And if you're concerned that vegetable soups are not hearty enough, or they won't fill you up, or they won't last long enough, right, for your meal planning, what you're going to do is go ahead and add more potatoes. Feel free to add more carrots. They're going to help keep you full longer. And it's going to help you without adding starchy cornbread or biscuits or, any additional calories that we just don't need, that we're really trying to stay away from. Mixed vegetables, I'm just going to open the bag. This happened to be a steamable bag, so I'm not going to rinse them off or anything, because you're supposed to be able to just throw it in the microwave. So I'm just going to throw it in my pot. And it's going to bring those green beans, a little bit of corn, more carrots finely diced, and some sweet peas to the blend and create an amazing color profile. Oh, it looks good enough to eat right now, but it's not cooked. Don't eat it now, it's raw. Okay, here we go. We're mixing that around. How does that look? Are you hungry yet? Because it looks good enough to eat already. Let's add in our seasonings. So, I'm going to start. This is a tablespoon. Now, the truth of the matter is I'm going to use half a tablespoon, which is 2 teaspoons, right? The truth of the matter is that I season to taste. I was taught how to cook by many of our older generation, and they just didn't measure. So I'm learning how to measure so I can share things with you. Onion powder, here we go. I'm going to pour it right in there, right about 2 teaspoons. Half a tablespoon, or season to taste. That means you need to continue to taste and flavor things. I'm going to be careful with these. I'm just going to take the top off and pour it in my spoon here so you all can see me measuring it. Here we go. I'm going to add this to the mix, right? And I'm going to just go ahead and go all in. There's a tablespoon. Now, you use as much as you want or as little as you want, but this is me. Okay. Mrs. Dash, for an extra boost of flavor. And I'm going to use about 2 teaspoons, half a tablespoon going in with that. And y'all see my herbs and spices coming over the top of my vegetables in this pot, right? So set that to the side. And then finally, Italian seasoning. Now, remember that this is dry. So sometimes if you don't rehydrate them correctly, you can still taste the grittiness of it when you cook. So be careful about how much you use. I'm going to go ahead and use a tablespoon, trusting that I'm going to cook my soup long enough for you to get past the tree bark of the dried herbs and spices. Does that make sense? And I'm going to set that down there. So now we're all in. I'm going to give this a good stir. Now, usually what I would tell you is to go ahead and pour your broth in, stir on the stove, and keep moving forward, right? For the sake of this demonstration, though, I'm not going to make it messy. I'm not going to use my broth, okay? But now's the time where if you didn't already have your broth pre-boiling on the stove, that you definitely should put it in here. But we really kind of did this backwards. You should start with your broth on the stove, boiling and cooking, add some herbs and spices to that broth, and then begin to add your vegetables, okay? But there we are. So here's our beloved mix in our lovely pot. And then you're going to cook this for an hour on the stovetop. If you leave this in your crock pot, you're going to put it in your crock pot for 2 to 4 hours on low and let it go. Low and slow is the way to go. Cook it. Now, remember, your tomatoes are optional. I always add them in, but you have the choice whether or not to do it. So I'm going to set my tomatoes over there. And when you're all done with this and it's cooking and everything is marvelous, you're going to put your top on it and you're going to let it go. What do we have? Da, 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 da. We have a lovely bowl of multicolored, hearty, chunky, tasty vegetable soup. Can you see the colors? Can you all see the veggies? This is healthy, y'all.
Making me hungry.
I know. I'm going to taste it. Mmm. I love a good tomato-based vegetable soup. This one is marvelous. I wish you were here with me. I would totally give you a bowl. But I need to hurry up and finish so I can eat my soup because it's soup day, y'all. You want to reach out to us, you are welcome to do that via email, totallifetoday@gmail.com. Facebook, www.facebook.com/Total Life Prosperity. YouTube, Total Life Prosperity. Instagram, Total Life Prosperity. You get the picture. If you have questions, comments, concerns, or suggestions, feel free to post them in the comments or inbox us, email us, and we'll reach back out. Also, if you try this recipe my way, let me know how it works for you or what modifications you made to fit the needs of your family. Thanks for tuning in. Healthy Meals of Total Life Prosperity. These are quick and easy meals to keep your family on the right track with your goals for health and wellness. Have a great day, y'all. Bye. See you soon.